Every time you go online, you're carrying a kind of ID that you probably don't even know exists. It's not your username, it's not your IP address, it's something way more specific, an invisible digital fingerprint that follows you absolutely everywhere. Okay, let's get into it.
I mean, think about it. We all get that we leave physical traces behind in the real world, right? But what about the digital world? What unique markers are you leaving on every single website you visit without even thinking about it?
And that brings us to this idea called browser fingerprinting. It's basically a technique that websites use to build a super specific profile of you. And this isn't about cookies, which you could just delete. No, this is a unique ID built from the ground up using your computer's own settings, making you stand out in a crowd of millions.
And it's not one big thing that gives you away. What's so wild is how this fingerprint is made from a combination of lots of small, seemingly harmless details. Your operating system, the exact version of your browser, even the fonts you have installed. And here's the counterintuitive part. The more unique your setup is, the easier you are to spot. When you put all these little details together, they create a profile so specific it can be used to track you with, honestly, stunning accuracy.
Okay, so this unique profile is being built about you. But who's building it? And more importantly, why should you even care? This is where we get past the how and into the who. And we're going to explore the real-world risks of this tech. And let's be super clear here. This isn't just some theory. This technology is actively being used by different groups, but the security world calls threat actors. And, well, not all of them have your best interests at heart.
So you've got advertisers, who obviously want to build the perfect profile of your habits. But it also includes much more serious threats, like malicious websites trying to steal your data, and even state-sponsored groups conducting surveillance.
So, what do they all want? What's the end game here? Why go to all the trouble of collecting this incredibly detailed data about you?
Well, for some, it's about creating those hyper-targeted ads that seem to follow you from one site to the next. For others, though, the goal is way more sinister, like gathering enough info for identity theft. The key thing to understand is that they can track your activity across totally different websites, piecing together a really complete picture of your online life.
I know this can all sound a little bit out there, a little abstract, but it's not. You can actually see it for yourself. So now, let's move on to a practical test you can run, like right now, to see just how visible you really are. So, are you curious? Do you want to peek behind the curtain to see the digital shadow you're casting online? This is your chance to see your own browser through the eyes of a tracker.
And the best part is, it's incredibly easy to check for yourself using some awesome free tools. Websites like Am I Unique will literally give you a score on how identifiable your browser is. The Electronic Frontier Foundation has one called Cover Your Tracks that shows you exactly what trackers see. These are fantastic resources to really get a handle on your personal risk level.
All right, so you've seen the problem. Maybe you've even tested how vulnerable you are. Now for the most important part, what you can actually do about it. This isn't about being helpless. It's about taking back control.
The good news is you've got some powerful allies in this fight. Your first, and probably most effective, line of defense comes in the form of specialized browser extensions built specifically to protect your privacy.
Two really great examples are Protect My Choices, which hones in on blocking tracking cookies, and Ghostery, which is a bit broader and blocks a whole range of trackers and data collection scripts. Seriously, installing one of these is a huge step in the right direction.
But, privacy isn't just about adding new tools. It's also about getting rid of old risks. A lot of browser extensions, even ones that seem totally harmless, can track your data. We're talking everything from your shopping habits to your order history. A regular cleanup is absolutely essential.
So, let's just quickly run through how to do this, because it's super easy and pretty much the same across all the major browsers. Whether you're using Chrome, Firefox, Safari, or Edge, you're generally going to open your main menu and look for a section called Extensions or Add-ons.
Once you're there, you'll see a list of every single thing you have installed. We're showing the specific steps for each browser on the screen as we go, but as you can tell, the basic idea is always the same.
Just take a moment to look through your list. Find the ones you don't recognize or just don't need anymore, and hit that Remove or Uninstall button.
It's such a simple piece of digital hygiene that literally takes a minute, but it can make a big difference in reducing your exposure and protecting your personal data.
So, to wrap this all up, here's your action plan. First, go test your browser and see how unique you are. Second, install a privacy tool like Ghostery. Third, make it a habit to check your extensions and remove the ones you don't use. But look, the most important takeaway is this: you are in control of your digital footprint.
At the end of the day, protecting your privacy online isn't somebody else's job. The tools are out there, the knowledge is available, so the only real question left is the one right there on your screen. Your digital privacy is in your hands. Are you ready to protect it?